Are you ready to improve your English grammar skills? Today, we'll cover 50 essential grammar rules every beginner needs to know. From sentence structure to common mistakes, these rules will help you speak and write more confidently. Let's get started. Rule 1: Every sentence needs a subject and a verb. Example: she runs. Without these, a sentence is incomplete. Rule 2: Always start a sentence with a capital letter. Example: today is a sunny day. Rule 3: End sentences with a period, dot symbol, a question mark, or an exclamation mark. Example: how are you? Rule 4: Adjectives come before nouns. Example: I have a red car. Rule 5: Use a with consonants and an with vowels. Example: a dog and an apple. Rule 6: Use the present simple for habits and facts. Example: I eat breakfast every day. Rule 7: Use the present continuous for actions happening now. Example: she is reading a book. Rule 8: Use the past simple for completed actions. Example: I visited London last year. Rule 9: Use the future simple for future actions. Example: I will call you tomorrow. Rule 10: Use have has plus past participle for the present perfect tense. Example: I have finished my homework. Rule 11: The subject and verb must agree in number. Example: he runs. They run. Rule 12: Uses with singular subjects and are with plural subjects. Example: she is happy. They are happy. Rule 13: Use does with he, she, it, and do with I, you, we, they. Example: does he like coffee? Rule 14: Use do, does for present simple questions. Example: do you like ice cream? Rule 15: Use did for past simple questions. Example: did she go to school yesterday? Rule 16: Use WH words like who, what, where for questions. Example: where is he going? Rule 17: In yes or no questions, the auxiliary verb comes before the subject. Example: is she coming? Rule 18: Add not to make a sentence negative. Example: I do not like coffee. Rule 19: Use does not for he, she, it, and do not for I, you, we, they. Rule 20: Use did not for past simple negatives. Example: I did not see him. Rule 21: Use subject pronouns like I, you, he, she. Example: he is tall. Rule 22: Use object pronouns like me, you, him. Example: she called me. Rule 23: Use possessive pronouns, mine, yours, his. Example: this book is mine. Rule 24: Use reflexive pronouns, myself, yourself. Example: he hurt himself. Rule 25: Use the for specific things. Example: the sun is bright. Rule 26: Don't use a and with uncountable nouns. Example: I need water. Rule 27: Use in 4 months and years. Example: she was born in May. Rule 28: Use on 4 days and dates. Example: we met on Monday. Rule 29: Use a or more for comparisons. Example: he is taller than me. Rule 30: Use can for ability. Example: I can swim. Rule 31: Avoid double negatives. Example: I don't know anything. Rule 32: It shows possession, it means it is. Rule 33: Use must for strong necessity. Example: you must wear a seatbelt. Rule 34: Use should for advice. Example: you should eat more vegetables. Rule 35: Use could for polite requests or possibilities. Example: could you help me? Rule 36: In reported speech, change the tense back. Example: she said she was tired. Rule 37. Use say for general statements and tell with an object. Example, she told me a secret. Rule 38. Avoid double negatives. Example, I don't know anything. Not, I don't know nothing. Rule 39. Use its for possession and its for it is. Example, the dog lost its toy. Rule 40. Use their for plural ownership. Example, they forgot their keys. Rule 41. Adverbs describe verbs, adjectives, or other adverbs. Example, she sings beautifully. Rule 42. Common conjunctions are and, but, or. Example, I wanted to play, but it was raining. Rule 43. Use because to show reason. Example, I stayed home because I was sick. Rule 44. Use so to show a result. Example, it was cold, so I wore a jacket. Rule 45. Use much with uncountable nouns and many with countable nouns. Example, I have many books. Rule 46. Use some in positive sentences and any in negatives or questions. Example, do you have any money? Rule 47. Use commas, comma symbol to separate items in a list. Example, I bought apples, oranges, and bananas. Rule 48. Use apostrophes for possession. Example, this is John's car. Rule 49. Independent clauses can stand alone. Example, I was tired. I went to bed. Rule 50. Dependent clauses need an independent clause. Example, because it was raining, we stayed home. Congratulations! You've just learned 50 essential English grammar rules that every beginner should know. Remember, practice makes progress, so keep using these rules in your daily conversations.
Your finger on there and move it along.
Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. See you in the next lesson.